and welcome to RSG Endless Space Ep1. Sorry, I was just running for a little bit. What the options are. Resolution. For a second I was scared, like... Apply. I was wondering why it didn't look very good. Okay. So... This is an RTX game. This is a 4X game. Shape. Can I set you to be huge, of course? Age. Age of the galaxy determines a probability of each sun type. More younger, hotter stars. Makes hot and cold. Really cool. Random. That's balancing perfect. Average. Connectivity. 2 cosmic strings, 3, 4. Average. Don't know what that means. Random. We'll just keep resources to... that. Unique. Average. And random. Color, I like green. Okay, it messes with that. Can I... Oh... Okay, this is not gonna be good. Because I just played Endless Legend, and, we had like 2 episodes worth of reading. So, but I'm not completely stupid with the tutorial because this should be similar. Okay, description. So we have the United Empire. On planet type Terran, diplomatic alignment evil. Gameplay colonialist, main vector type economic / military. But it's theoretically under the control of a central monarchy. However, if expansion means that society cannot be ruled that way effectively. In fact, the systems of the colonial diaspora are colonized by designated corporations, hand in hand with the Ministry of Investment and Development. The Ministry of Security is involved as well to the need for native and/or alien pacification, security forces, defense, and surveillance. It's a basic set of okay. Anyway, fusion plants. Previous thought are practical and possible. The recent advances in shielding technology permit more than 2 bodies to be involved in fusion reaction. So opening up the door to enormous leaps in energy generation. By the way, as I said, I was just literally reading for like 6 videos straight, so my reading will be a little off. Businessmen. Strong allies, fearless warriors, belief in their cause gives the faction particular zeal when they are defending on the ground. Thus impaired. Increases dust cost abilities that use dust. Dust. Oh, architects. Engineers spend more time on hull design, typing and relying on a high level of ship efficiency right from the factory. Faction highly organized corporations in the Empire strength, dynamic military. They are cravers, everything else is their food. So basically, this is a necrophage. Although this is, I think, actually their first game. On planet type, arid, diplomatic alignment evil, consume worlds, military. By the endless from an there's an endless again. An insectoid life form. Wow. Are they necrophage? These are the pure sense hunter-gatherers and would never have evolved on their own. The process is necessary to raise crops or domesticate animals. Psychos based on consumption. As such, they are capable of digesting any form, plant or animal matter. Once their homeworld was consumed, they have to seek further nourishment. If they do not continue to expand, discover, and exploit new worlds, they could literally eat itself to death. Feeding the hive is their all-consuming purpose. Notions of treaty, trade, peace do not exist. Well, I need to take off my sweater. Oh, vultures are here. Okay. Craver's affinity. For a basic set of factum words. Okay. Arid epigenetics. Ability to permanently apply grafted or genetically engineered traits into the DNA of succulent plants has great long-term advantages for simplifying colonization. High nuclear mass materials that have been artificially created are not necessarily stable. Well, you're telling me. Technology to contain and exploit them has practical applications. Seas and industry boost, knowledge gathering, big fleets. Okay, I am not stupid with FX anymore, I guess. Well, I sort of am. No planet type, Terran, good, amazing scientist, scientific. There's analytical and inquisitive, Sophons are people who value knowledge overall. No theory or machine so perfect that can resist a bit of tinkering. Answers come both in great leaps and tiny increments. The Sophons travel the galaxy driven by a thirst to discover and understand. They therefore view war as nothing more than a distraction from the serious things in life. In their advanced technology, they can become a surprisingly dangerous foe. No, I'm just going to read this as we encounter them in the game. Let's science and fun and discussion and debate the Sophons seek knowledge and understanding. Horatio, founder of the Horatio, would beautify the universe by filling it with beings that look like Horatio. Arid neutral, expand, population / wonder. Incredibly wealthy and only slightly less deranged, Horatio was an empire trillionaire who left to discover his own star cluster. Many planets sprinkled with labs of ancient cloning technology left by the Endless. The boredom soon drove Horatio to create a race of allies, servants, and slaves, where every bit as gorgeous as the most beautiful man in the universe, Horatio. The planet was repopulated. Horatio the First had only to look up, regard the stars, and realize how much beautiful they too would be if they were filled with Horatios. Just as I say, is Horatio. Proud warriors and aviators, the Hisso are primarily interested in the search for honor and glory. Jungle, evil, conquers glory, military, population. Hisso are a modern civilized people descended from avian DNA. It's a fantasy. However, they are avian in a way that many species dinosaurs had avian characteristics. In fact, not unlike feathered pterodactyls. It's highly competitive tribal warriors. Their history is one of bloodshed, conquest, vengeance, and domination. This has created very hardy, aggressive, and dangerous people. It has also slowed their advancement and limited their numbers. When they did reach the stars to find other people waiting for them, their reaction was to conquer and dominate. Innate and learned sense of flight makes them superlative pilots. Robot builders, the stars are on a religious mission to prepare for the return of the long-lost Endless. Oh wow. Tundra, neutral, construction, wonder / military. Sowers are a machine race created by the virtual faction of the Endless. They took from their creators a mission to traverse the universe and make worlds livable and habitable for the arrival or return of the Endless. Sowers come establish industries, create the basic infrastructure needed to make a world or planet habitable, and move on to the next one. Sowers are neither hostile nor friendly, they are simply continuing the programming. What they arrive on will be harvested and advanced materials we just develop. Local populations of other peoples will be ignored unless they get in the way or pose a Sowers' holy mission. MOBA. Mere creatures from a swampy planet, these planets have an uncanny ability to understand their opponents. Ocean. Good. That's surprising. Inspiration, diplomacy, diplomatic material. Highly evolved form of lily species. These colorful beings come from an ocean one. Living slowly over millions of years with plenty of time to philosophize. It's not surprising that the amoeba are diplomatic, cultural, and intellectual. Wise and urban. They are urbane. They have an exceptionally high emotional intelligence and are unusually open to other aliens and intelligent species. Those who travel, meet, and learn the relative The relatively defenseless nature form is bred into them the need to turn all situations to revenge and control their destiny. And the enemy do not feel that their nature is to dominate and conquer. They can be viewed as warriors whose weapon are diplomacy and trade. Curious, adaptive, restless factions use the home planet of legendary animals. Jungle, good, exploration, diplomacy, diplomatic, military. For scientists and explorers unhappy with the United Empire, take the mission to another planet and set up an independent government. If you use the heavy corporate hand of the Empire for to eke out their lives, living on the edge of unknown space. Aided by the Sophons, this splinter group grew to become the Pilgrims. Accustomed to orbital living in constant motion, in the early years of their development, they had a proportionally greater contact and familiarity with artifacts and remnants left by the Endless. Coming to view the Endless in a religious light, the goal of this society is one day to discover the planet from which Endless originated. Pacifist race of clockwork beings living on orbital platforms, the automatons 10 worlds as if they were gardens. Jungle, good, peaceful and isolationist, economic / diplomatic, iron and steel, blood and flesh. Automatons were created by a long-dead civilization known as Zyphreiums, who perished many millennia ago due to uncontrolled industrialization, and that caused irreversible damage in the ecosystem and atmosphere of the planet. Hey, it's like us. Has decided to leave a legacy, well, hopefully not like us, legacy in the form of one of the greatest technological achievements by sophisticated clockwork beings. In the year of the creation of the clockwork men, the Rans committed mass suicide, not to suffer through the effects of a dying planet. Left the automatons, the greatest creations, alone and lost on the planet. The clockwork creations of Rans developed a simple society of their own until one day a Endless ship crashed into the planet and spread dust across its surface. Damn dust. Modify the machines, enhancing their abilities, and over time, giving them sentience. In only a few weeks, the clockwork machines had evolved, gaining new purpose in their existence, and to call themselves the automatons, and with the newly gained freedom of dust, they began learning and advancing. The automaton civilization remained on the planet, learning to live in a symbiotic relationship with nature as the planet healed. The knowledge of the creators and their new dust engines produced massive floating ships on which they lived, thus protecting the recovering ecosystem on the planet. Across the centuries, the planet healed. Automats learned to live with and love nature, developing advanced industrial capacity and production within the hulls of their floating ships, which had also grown over time. Knowing that their dust supply would run out and the civilization would die, automatons excavated the ruins of the Endless ship and began developing their own vehicles for spaceflight. Harmony, a faction of sentient minerals trapped by dust in this galaxy. Tundra, neutral exploration, isolationist, wonder, population. Harmony has been sentient since the dawn of time in the young universe. A mental creature born of energies of Big Bang, the living rocks of the Harmony are capable of manipulating quantum energies and gravitation. Their mineral nature means they are closely attuned to the planets and rocks across the galaxy, with an unparalleled ability to identify and exploit natural resources and anomalies. Those that ally with them share in this unique ability, and those that choose to fight them will find them difficult to dislodge what they have settled in. Charity and loyal action with the Imperial Navy. The shooting fleet has the right to display its traditional colors. Terran. Is it just me, or is this like maybe a 4K reference? I've never played 4K. I almost did, because they had like $150 down to $30 pack of like a year ago. Whatever. Okay. We require several centuries of time travel to find the origin of the military organization now known as the Sheridan Fleet. Virginia bodyguard at the time of the First Emperors. Over time, the fleet grew to become Commando Special and Forces operatives, running a powerful clandestine force within the military of the United Emperor. Once a caste within the Imperial Navy, mission to the service of the Sheridan Fleet remains impossible to all but the most qualified candidates. So I see when money means everything, the fleet retains its image of professionalism. Several lucrative contracts from appreciative emperors, it is going to have an economic power almost equal to its military thing. Ancient nomadic people that have had a galactic run of bad luck, vultures are humanoids who are skilled in science and defensive warfare, and are also in endless space. So defensive science, scientific. Again. An ancient faction, the vultures have suffered a number of major setbacks, trying to establish a permanent home for themselves. Though characterized as restless wanderers, they are in fact a proud and adaptable race, seeking a system that they can finally call home. Their centuries of travel and tinkering have made them skilled at both science and warfare, but the greatest military strength is in defense. Walters have an old tradition of appointing female leaders. I trust in this tradition has been confirmed by the factions on an uncanny ability to escape, survive, and live to fight another day. Once based on the planet Auriga, whatever. They left the planet when their prediction into potentially cataclysmic geoatmospheric problems. Attempts to colonize elsewhere have only a brief success. The notion of a permanent base is gained an almost mythical status. Oh, so that's a bad view for Endless Legend? Huh. Yep. I will be random. Difficulty, newbie. At least if you only hit the end of turn button. But it still won't be easy. I mean, I think the Magnet line was a brilliant idea. This was Wellington, would all speak French. The British had been left us US with Sicily colony, a bit as great as Alexander. This is what it felt like to go against Attila and Genghis Khan. This is Bowie he might have won at the Alamo. You shall not pass. So normal, and then, game speed. Yeah, why not? Technology exchange. I've deserted the unwelcoming shores of the galaxy. The pirates are here and they are greedy. Fast, hand over ye antimatter and ye hexaferum. Vital timer, no. Yeah, shoulda. Okay. Hang on. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Single only. Shouldn't I get... I don't know. Oh, I can actually tell who to be. Oh, where are these guys? But that's it for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. See ya.